From the southernmost tip of Africa to the scorching arid zones and untamed wilderness teeming with Earth's wildest biodiversity, these colossal landscapes defy imagination, spanning millions of square kilometers, some larger than Texas combined. Buckle up as we unravel the epic borders, geography, and raw power of the planet's most massive nations, including the Middle East's ancient crossroads, where size isn't just a number, it's a force of nature.
Did you know Chad is twice the size of Texas and home to a wetland bigger than the Netherlands? Chad covers over 490,000 square miles, making it the fifth largest country in Africa. It's so big that you could fit France and Spain inside it, and still have room to spare. From the Sahara Desert in the north to lush tropical forests in the south, Chad spans over 1,000 miles top to bottom. Once, the Lake Chad Basin covered over 940,000 square miles, Africa's second largest wetland, but now it's nearly vanished. And yet, with less than 17 million people, it's sparsely populated compared to its size. Could you drive across Chad? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know you can see the Southern Cross from the tip of Argentina? Argentina is one of the largest countries in the world, covering approximately 1,700,000 square kilometers, or about 669,000 square miles. That's smaller than the contiguous United States and slightly smaller than Texas and Alaska combined. From the Amazon rainforest in the north to the icy winds of Tierra del Fuego in the south, Argentina has it all. Tierra del Fuego is so far south, it's approximately 1,300 miles from the South Pole. And here's the kicker, you can see the Southern Cross from the southern parts of Tierra del Fuego, near the latitude where Magellan sailed. How long would it take you to drive from the Amazon to the edge of Antarctica? Guess in the comments. Australia is slightly smaller than the United States. With an area of approximately 2.96 million square miles, it's the sixth largest country in the world. You could fit the whole country of India inside Australia with some space left over. Australia stretches approximately 1,970 miles from north to south, more than the distance from New York to Los Angeles. 80% of its landmass is arid, more than any other continent, making it one of the driest places on Earth. And it's the only country in the world that's also a continent, a landmass so vast it defines a whole region of the globe. Could you drive across Australia? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know Mexico stretches over 1,954 miles from the US border to the Amazon basin? That's a total area of about 762,000 square miles, making it the 36th largest country in the world. It's slightly smaller than Texas and Alaska combined, and home to 10 to 12% of the world's biodiversity. From the arid deserts of the north to the dense jungles of the south, Mexico's landscapes are as varied as they are vast. And with over 1,000 ancient Mayan ruins scattered across the Yucatan Peninsula alone, it's a land of mystery and history. But here's the kicker, less than 5% of Mexico's rainforests have been explored. New species are still being discovered every year. Could you drive from one end to the other? How long would it take? Tell us in the comments. Did you know Mongolia is so big that you could fit Texas and Alaska inside it, and still have room to spare? Mongolia covers over 600,000 square miles, making it the 18th largest country in the world. It's bigger than Texas and Alaska combined, and even larger than the entire United Kingdom and France together. Three sides of the country are surrounded by mountains and deserts, making it one of the most remote places on Earth. Only Russia and China border Mongolia. You could fit the entire United Kingdom inside Mongolia. Could you drive across Mongolia? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know Iran has salt deserts bigger than the entire country of France? Iran's salt deserts alone cover roughly 77,000 square kilometers, that's about the size of Ireland. The Dasht-e Kavir Desert alone is about 30,000 square miles, big enough to swallow Germany, Spain, and Italy all at once. From the snow-capped Zagros Mountains in the west to the arid salt flats in the center, Iran's landscapes change with every mile. Because of its size, it takes over 20 hours to drive from the Caspian Sea to the Persian Gulf, and here's the kicker: some salt lakes are so thick with salt, you can actually walk on them without sinking. Could you drive across Iran? How long would it take you? Guess in the comments. Did you know Mongolia has 10 times more unclaimed wilderness per person than any other country on Earth? Mongolia covers approximately 660,000 square miles, roughly the size of Alaska and Texas combined. Only 3 million people live there, giving each person approximately 170,000 acres of wild space. Over 70% of the country is untouched steppe, desert, or mountain, a true wild frontier. The Gobi Desert alone is larger than Texas and California combined, and it's still growing. You could drive for hours in some parts of Mongolia and rarely see another person or any road at all. Could you drive across Mongolia? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know Saudi Arabia is located in Asia and is home to the largest untouched wilderness in the Middle East? The country covers about 830,000 square miles, bigger than France and Germany combined. To put that into perspective, it's larger than Texas and Alaska combined, and it's the 5th largest country in Asia. From the Red Sea coast to the Arabian Shield Mountains, Saudi Arabia's landscape changes dramatically in just a few hundred miles. Its Nafed Desert alone is over 30,000 square miles of endless, shifting sand dunes, a true desert wilderness. And here's the kicker: the Al-Ula region is so remote and untouched that it hasn't even been fully mapped by satellite yet. Could you drive from one end of Saudi Arabia to the other? How long would it take? Tell us in the comments. Did you know Algeria is bigger than all of Antarctica's ice-free land combined? Algeria covers approximately 919,595 square miles of land, making it the largest country in Africa. It's so massive you could fit approximately 4 Alaskas inside it, and still have room to spare. From the snow-covered peaks of the Atlas Mountains to the scorching Sahara, Algeria spans 4 distinct climate zones. Despite its size, only 10% of Algeria's land is actually habitable, the rest is desert or mountainous. It's so vast that it takes over 20 hours to drive from one end to the other, and you'd cross 4 different climate zones along the way. Could you drive across Algeria in a day? How long do you think it would take? Did you know Canada has more islands than any other country, over 30,000? That's more islands than the entire continent of Europe combined, over 30,000 scattered across 3 oceans. The largest, Vancouver Island, has a landmass of over 12,000 square miles. Some islands are so tiny they only appear at low tide, vanishing underwater when the sea rises. But one island is so massive it's the 5th largest in the world, Baffin Island. Baffin Island has a landmass of approximately 195,928 square miles. So, how many of these 30,000 islands have you actually seen? Did you know Mexico is bigger than Alaska and California combined? Mexico covers approximately 750,563 square miles, which is about the same size as the entire contiguous United States. It stretches from the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean and spans 4 time zones. From snow-capped peaks to scorching deserts, Mexico's landscapes are as diverse as they are massive. The Barranca del Coba is the deepest canyon in North America, plunging nearly 6,165 feet. You could fit the entire state of Texas inside Mexico's Sonora Desert. Could you drive across Mexico? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know that Mongolia is slightly smaller than Alaska? This incredible country spans over 600,000 square miles, making it the 18th largest in the world. It's actually smaller than Texas and Alaska combined. From north to south, it stretches approximately 800 miles, and yet, only 4 million people live there. Fewer than the number of squirrels in the US. Mongolia is bordered by only 2 countries, Russia and China, making it one of the most isolated large nations on Earth. Could you drive across Mongolia? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know Nigeria is so big it could swallow the United Kingdom, France, and Germany all at once? Nigeria covers approximately 356,000 square miles. That's the 31st largest country in the world by area. It's so large that you could fit the entire United Kingdom, France, and Germany inside it, and still have room to spare. From the northernmost point in Kano to the southernmost tip near Port Harcourt, Nigeria stretches over 600 miles. And with over 230 million people, it's the most populous country in Africa, but it's not just about numbers. Nigeria is home to more than 250 ethnic groups, each with their own languages, traditions, and ways of life, all within one country. So, how many countries do you think could fit inside Nigeria? Drop your guess in the comments, and don't forget to like and share. Did you know Saudi Arabia is bigger than Alaska, but most people have never seen it all? It spans approximately 1,800 kilometers from the Red Sea to the Persian Gulf. That's about 1,100 miles. Saudi Arabia covers approximately 864,869 square miles, bigger than the United Kingdom, France, and Germany combined. 120,000 square miles of that is just desert, more than the entire state of Montana. You could fit the entire state of Texas inside Saudi Arabia, and still have room for another California. And scientists still can't fully map every corner, the country is that big. Could you drive across Saudi Arabia? How long would it take? Guess in the comments. Did you know the United States is the second largest country in North America, after Canada? It stretches approximately 4,500 kilometers from the east coast to the west coast. That's more than the entire width of Europe. The country covers approximately 3,800,000 square miles, bigger than Brazil. You could fit the entire country of India inside the United States. From the Arctic tundra of Alaska to the tropical beaches of Hawaii, the USA has 27 distinct climate zones. And it's so big that you could drive from one coast to the other for 3 days straight without stopping. Could you drive across the USA? How long would it take? Guess in the comments.